Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Katamari Forever. Today let's head over here, and right on the heels of playing the cow and bear stage last time, we've got another sort of throwback to the original Katamari Damacy here with the small just right stage. This stage, as you can see, is not quite in line with the other stages we've unlocked in this Cosmos. The reason for that is we unlocked this stage not just by completing the one before it, but by collecting, I believe, a certain number of presents. Or maybe it's combined like presents and cousins, but anyway, by collecting the optional collectibles in each stage, we unlock the small just right and the other just right stages. And that is why last time you saw we already had the small just right stage available when we chose the cow and bear stage. But we went with that one because that was in order, but this time I feel like playing small just right. And like I said, this is a throwback to one of the stages in the original Katamari Damacy. If you remember the North Star or Polaris stage, this is along those same lines. And in this game, there are 3 variations on it. There's a small, a medium, and a large, if I remember correctly. And the goal here is, instead of getting a Katamari to the largest possible size, we're aiming for as close to his specific size as possible. In this case, 20 centimeters, which the king will be showing us a diagram of momentarily. Let's pull up the sample. There it is. So, judging by that overlay, we can see that we need to, between double and triple, perhaps, our Katamari's size. That diagram, of course, is going to go into the top left and change its size a little bit, so we won't be able to use that as a point of reference. We'll have to stick to our memory for that, but I think I can handle it. This is definitely a lot easier than the North Star was, since we're working with such small sizes. Here we are in the bedroom. You'll remember this from the cleanup stage not too long ago, sort of the same setting. And you may have seen a cousin up there, so let's use the Prince Hop. And we're not quite tall enough to get up onto that robot yet, but no hurry, as there's no time limit on this stage. We can take our time and reach the size we need to reach. Though I believe if you remain idle for too long, or you have a long enough drought without picking up an object, the king can actually fail you. And just to prevent any shenanigans, I guess. We should be pretty soon large enough. Yeah, with these takoyakis, we should be reaching the correct size. Just jump up there and, yeah, snag Marcy right out of that robot's shoulder. Now, in addition to that cousin, we do also have a present on this stage. And to get to it, we're going to be heading outside. We can't explore too much beyond the confines of this bedroom, but there is this small little patio here. And the royal present is right inside this dog food bowl, but we're going to have to get a little bit larger first. But that's quite alright. Getting large is the sort of thing we like to do in this game, so it's of no inconvenience to me. I'll simply roll up here on the bed and over to the desk where we should find some new objects for us. Ooh, including a heart, though we should be careful with this because we don't want to go too crazy and exceed 20 centimeters. Now, there's no penalty for going over specifically, so being 21 centimeters is, as far as I know, exactly the same as 19 centimeters. There's nothing intrinsically bad about being larger than 20 centimeters. Simply that we want to be exactly 20 centimeters as much as possible. And we got that royal present, so I believe we should be right around that 20 centimeter threshold. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about picking up all of those oranges we just grabbed, so I'm actually going to call it right here. I can't stop while the king is in the middle of talking, so I'll dismiss that little bit of dialogue there, and then hit square to stop rolling. And then we'll take the Royal Rainbow back to space, where we will await the all-important measurements. How large will it be? Will it be 18 centimeters? 22 centimeters? All is possible. Just size, yes, yes. Nothing matters in this case but the size of our Katamari. Does not sound that unusual. Ooh, a pitiful 17 centimeters, 2 millimeters. We could have gotten much larger than that. I'll have to keep that in mind next time I roll on this stage. It's good to have landmarks in these sort of levels to know once you've rolled up these objects, you're about the right size. And I was thinking those oranges might indicate that we were roughly 20 centimeters, but I guess that was not the case. There's our royal present. Guess what that is? And also we've got a nice lint there in the form of Marcy. And I like how Marcy's name is spelled out in the same colors as the cousin herself. It's a nice touch. And there we are, tossing that thing up into space and making ourselves a stale satellite, worth 36 points. Not awful, though I would like it to be higher. And speaking of which, I do have something else coming up in this episode, so stay tuned. But first, let's check out our new royal present over here at the present stand on the Cousins and Presents page. I believe we're looking at the body category. There's our scarf. There it is, looking pretty nice. And in addition, let's go switch to another cousin. Now, I am going to make a point of wearing all of the different royal presents over the course of this game, so you'll get to see all of those. But I'm not going to have time, nor really the inclination, to show off every one of the cousins in the detail that they deserve, so if there's a specific cousin you'd like to see me play, let me know. For now, I'm going to take Marcy out for a spin, try out our newest cousin. And what I'm going to do now is head back to the Robo King's Cosmos and have another roll of actually make a star 2 calories. So this is sort of violating my earlier statement that I was going to be making 1 star per video, because I really feel that some of these earlier stars, having put up the videos and seen the results, I don't think I've done all of them justice. I really feel that it's important that I collect all of the presents and cousins in each stage, but in doing so, I think I'm focusing too much on the collectibles and not really fully showing off the stage. It's like, when I get too preoccupied with those side objectives, I'm like not really playing the game. And so I'd like to show you more of the level in sort of a natural state. And furthermore, I'm not entirely happy with some of my earlier scores. Now, I know that those of you watching this probably don't care that much about my scores. You're just here like for the commentary and just to see the game. Like if you wanted to see a perfect score on this stage, you'd be watching someone else's video who's actually done that. And that's not what you're after here, but like nonetheless, it's like important to me that if I'm going to be playing a game, I should be playing it well, or at least giving it my best shot. And from what you've seen so far, I've not given this stage my best shot. So I'm going to be doing it again. And if you only want to see original content, like if you're only interested in seeing new stages, you can just go ahead and skip to the next video. I understand that not everyone is interested in this, but like I said, I don't think I've fully shown off this stage yet and everything there is going on in it. So maybe you'll get to see some things this time around that you didn't see last time, and hopefully I will be more satisfied with my score this time. Also, since the last time around, I've looked it up and I now know that kcal is indeed 1,000 calories, a kilocalorie. I'm probably the only person who didn't know that. Truth is, I've been underweight most of my life, so I've never had a lot of concern for dieting and that sort of thing, so I apologize if that was obvious to you, but I was not aware. Also, something else to point out here, as you can see, I was talking earlier about how many of the royal presents change their appearance based on who's wearing them. And if you take a look at Marcy down there, you can see that her scarf is violet color, whereas it was pink when we were putting it on Daisy before. And furthermore, we've got a different colored mustache than we've seen in the past. Not really sure that I like the mustache on this particular cousin. I'm not big on facial hair in general, but like on some people it just doesn't look right at all, and this would be one of those cases. Do not think that that's a good look for Marcy. Though who was it? The king, yes, not the Robo King, it was the king who was saying earlier that Marcy's the trendy one, so I'm sure that the mustache is just a fad that will pass in time. We'll get to see Marcy's wonderful upper lip in its full, unadulterated glory once again soon enough. It is November after all, so I suppose I can forgive some lack of shaving this month. We'll let it slide this time around. And as you can see, I'm currently at 1 meter, 67 centimeters. Don't remember how precisely large I got last time around, but I feel that we're already well on track to surpass that score. That's what happens when you are rolling and not heading after specific collectibles. Yeah, I'm the kind of person who tries to get 100% in every game I play. I just like collecting things. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say I like collecting things. I actually think that games having too many collectibles, which this definitely fringes upon, is a bad thing. It's just, I don't like leaving things behind. I like getting everything. And, like, so a game like I alluded before to Donkey Kong 64, that's like the maximum number of collectibles in a game, and like that game was miserable for me because I wanted to get everything, and it stopped being fun long before I had everything. But yeah, I think this game just sort of fringes the boundary. Like, there are a lot of cousins, a lot of presents, plus like different game modes, and like there's a lot of content to experience in this game, and it's just a little bit too much, but not enough to make me say that I don't love this game. I do, it's fantastic. Alright, 6 seconds remaining. We've gotten a lot of the things here. Can we get that giant wedding cake before time runs out? Yes, we can. I'm happy with that. Alright, time is up. Let's go back. Ooh, more calories than ever. Robo Rainbow! Let's check out this Katamari and see how much better we did than last time. I'm assuming we did better than last time. It would be a pretty big disappointment if we didn't. Now, 959,251 kilocalories. Still considered a diet Katamari in the Robo King's professional opinion. I don't know how much better I could have done. I guess I'm going to have to practice a route if I want a better score. I do kind of remember this being one of the ones I had to do more times when I originally played it, and I did have a route figured out, but whatever, I can't be expected to remember that. 64 is a pretty decent score. I mean, it's still a D using the grade system, but we don't have to use the grade system here. We're making whales. Whales follow their own scoring methods. That's just simple biology right there. Whale scales. And that's all for now. We're going to say quit, say goodbye to Cetus for now, and I'm going to say goodbye to you. Thank you very much for watching me play some more Katamari. Hope you don't mind me replaying some earlier stages as I go, and I will see you next time.